Wagon Train, the American Western series that entertained audiences for 8 years between 1957 and 65, was undoubtedly one of the most popular Western series of that era. The series was inspired by the 1950 John Ford-directed film Wagon Master and premiered on September 18, 1957 on NBC with the episode The Willie Moran Story. Through its 8-year run, the show occupied the #1 spot in the Nielsen ratings for an extended time, as well as inspired many creators of the era. Yep, Gene Roddenberry drew inspiration from Wagon Train while creating Star Trek. The series' format was such that it created space to guest feature big stars as travelers traveling in a large wagon train. Each week, the show narrated the story of a traveler on board the 1870s wagon train as they journeyed to California from St. Joseph, Missouri. During the episode, the audience witnessed the series regulars advancing to their destination while fighting dangers on the way. The producers of the show roped in Ward Bond, the veteran actor who starred in more than 200 films during his career, as the Wagon Master. Though Bond was initially cast as a supporting actor, his role grew as the series advanced. Further, the series became so popular it attracted many big names, including Bette Davis, Rhonda Fleming, Leslie Nielsen, and Ernest Borgnine. In this video, we'll tell you some classic facts about Ward Bond and Wagon Train. Wagon Train had 3 theme songs in total. Yep, Wagon Train didn't have 1 but 3 theme songs. The theme song used during Season 1 was written by Henry Renee and Bob Russell. However, during the second season, the creators of the show decided to go with a fresh theme song called Roll Along Wagon Train. This was created by Jack Brooks and Sammy Fain. During the third season, another theme song called Wagons Ho was introduced, and this is the theme that stuck with audiences and stayed with the show until the end. Writers on the show had to get all scripts approved from NBC as well as Ward. Frederick Shore, who was an associate producer on Wagon Train, wrote in his book that the writers had to submit each script in advance to not only NBC but also to Ward. Apparently, Ward was a right-wing man with strong family principles. Therefore, he made it a point to read each script and tone down any kind of violence to make the show suitable for family audiences. Ward has more Greatest American films to his credit than any other actor. In his 30-year-long career, Ward Bond appeared in 200 films, which is a great feat in itself. However, what's an even bigger achievement is the fact that he has more Greatest American films to his credit than any other actor. The AFI released its list of 100 Greatest American films in 1998, and Ward appeared in 7 of them. These 7 films are Bringing Up Baby, Gone with the Wind, It Happened One Night, It's a Wonderful Life, The Grapes of Wrath, and The Searchers. Ward decided to use crutches instead of canceling filming after a car accident. If you've seen Wagon Train, you may have noticed that in episode 13, the Clara Beauchamp story, in season 1, Ward Bond appears in one of the scenes with a pair of crutches. Well, those crutches were not a prop. Prior to the filming of the episode, Ward was in a car accident which had led to an injury. The actor decided to use crutches but didn't cancel shooting. Ward had another car accident while on his way to attend John Wayne's wedding. However, instead of resting in a hospital, he chose to perform his best man duties on crutches. Are you surprised to hear Ward was John Wayne's best man? Don't be. Ward and Wayne were best friends. In fact, their friendship was so strong, it even survived a gun mishap. Don't believe it? Well, we'll tell you all about it in a minute, so stick around. Meanwhile, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Ward worked alongside future First Lady Nancy Reagan in General Electric Theater. General Electric Theater was an anthology series popular during the 50s and 60s. It was hosted by Ronald Reagan and sponsored by General Electric. In one episode titled A Turkey for the President, Bond appeared alongside future First Lady Nancy Reagan. The episode revolved around a young California turkey farm boy who gets chosen to deliver a turkey to the president for Thanksgiving. Ward played the role of Gray Eagle in the episode. Wagon Train's The Fort Pierce story was one of the last acting jobs for Ronald Reagan. General Electric Theater, which made Reagan a household name, was on air for a total of 10 seasons between 1953 and 62. During this time, Ronald took up several small gigs as a TV host and performer. However, by 1963, he had started to wind up his acting career to pursue his political aspirations more seriously. So the episode titled The Fort Pierce Story, which was episode 2 of season 7 of Wagon Train, was one of Reagan's last TV jobs. 2 years later, he ran for governor of California. Leonard Nimoy guest starred in 4 episodes of Wagon Train. Leonard Nimoy will always be remembered as the half-human, half-Vulcan Spock from Star Trek, a role he played for almost 50 years. He first appeared as Spock in 1964. However, not many people know Leonard Nimoy appeared in 4 Wagon Train episodes between 1959 and 62. He played Burnaby Zamora in the episode titled The Esteban Hamilton Story, Cherokee Ned in the Maggie Hamilton Story, Joaquin Delgado in the episode The Tiburcio Mendez Story, and in the 1962 episode The Baylor Crowfoot Story, his character was named Emetriad Vasquez. Speaking of Star Trek, we already told you Gene Roddenberry used Wagon Train as an inspiration for Star Trek. But not many people know the creator also used Wagon Train as a reference to explain to studio execs the wandering episodic concept that was Star Trek. There is yet another Star Trek Wagon Train tidbit you must know. Will Wheaton of Star Trek was a fan of Wagon Train and paid homage to one of his favorite shows through the 1986 coming-of-age film Stand By Me. In the film, Will, who played the role of Gordy, is seen telling his friends, "Wagon Train's a really cool show, but did you notice they never get anywhere?" John Ford directed only 4 TV episodes ever, and one of those was for Wagon Train. We've already mentioned Wagon Train was inspired by John Ford's 1950 classic Wagon Master. After the show becoming a massive success, veteran film director and the only 4-time winner of the Academy Award for Best Director Award, John Ford, agreed to direct one of the episodes of the show. He directed the hour-long episode The Coulter Craven Story, which aired as the 9th episode of Season 4. In his career, John Ford directed only 4 TV episodes, and this Wagon Train episode was the 3rd of the 4. Here's another interesting fact. John Ford loved Ward Bond, and the two did 26 films together. John Wayne and Ward played football together at USC. We're all familiar with the extensive filmography of John Wayne. However, not many know that he attended USC on a sports scholarship and was a member of the football team, as well as the school's first national championship team. Unfortunately, Wayne suffered an injury during a body surfing accident, after which he couldn't play football anymore. He lost his scholarship and had to leave the college. John Wayne played alongside Ward in 1926. They were both on the USC Trojans' offensive line. Wayne once mistakenly shot Ward with one of Ward's shotguns. John Wayne and Ward Bond were best friends. They played football together, appeared together in 23 movies, and Ward was John's best man at his wedding. Their friendship was so deep, even a gunshot couldn't come in the way of it. The story goes that in 1929, during a hunting trip, Wayne accidentally shot Bond, surprisingly with one of Bond's guns. Thankfully, Ward wasn't hurt badly. The two often joked about the incident, and when Ward died in 1960, he left the shotgun to Wayne. Ward was shooting the 4th season of Wagon Train when he died of a heart attack. On November 5, 1960, Ward and his wife, Mary Louise, were staying at a Dallas hotel when Ward suffered a massive heart attack. He was 57 at the time and was filming the 4th season of Wagon Train. The show's producers chose actor John McIntyre to replace Ward. However, audiences were given no reason as to why Major Seth Adams had suddenly disappeared from the series. Ward's best friend John Wayne delivered the eulogy at his funeral. Have you seen Wagon Train? If not, we recommend you get to it right away, as you're missing out on some great TV. Did you enjoy these lesser-known facts about one of the most popular Western series ever? Is there something you'd want us to add to this list? If yes, please leave us a comment. And if you find our videos interesting, please show us some love by liking and subscribing to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest videos.